Salut tout le monde, it's your boy, Lukael. Welcome back to Blueprints. This is episode 9. So in the last episode, it was quite the episode. We actually did reach the antechamber right at the end, only to find out that there's nothing in there other than this damn basement key that I've been looking for this whole time, which of course meant that it's not enough just to get in the antechamber. You then have to make your way all the way back to the foundation, and I didn't make it. I was missing just one step. I was really angry and disappointed, as you can imagine. I mean, not really that angry, it's still just a game, but I just couldn't believe the string of bad luck that led me there. I mean, it wasn't all luck, it was a lot of my own decisions that brought me there. While I was editing the video, I noticed a bunch of instances where like I kind of wasted steps because I didn't think it was going to be something I was going to need. I thought you just needed to make it to the antechamber. I didn't think I was going to have to then go elsewhere. So I imagine my experience is very similar to what a lot of other people went through when they first made it to the antechamber, only to find out, oh shit, I actually have to make it back to the foundation. And I can only imagine how difficult it must have been for players who like happened to draft the foundation very low in the mansion, because then you have to make it all the way back. So it was definitely a very frustrating moment, but looking back, I'm kind of glad it happened that way, if only because it made for a very, funny moment in the playthrough. And I love when stuff like that gets to happen and be recorded on camera. It's pretty funny at the very least. So I hope y'all didn't think I was going to quit the game. Nah, I'm still gonna keep playing. I still want to be able to finish it, and we still have a bunch of mysteries left to solve. I still have saves to open. The chest thing, the reservoir thing, there's still a bunch of mysteries, so we're gonna keep playing some more today. As always, thank you for joining me, and without any further ado, let's jump right back in. So we're on day 26. I like to write this down just in case I need it. One other thing. So before each blueprint session, I always go back and look through all of my screenshots and my notes just to see if maybe something new will jump out at me. And I did notice in one specific letter, let me see if I can find it. I think it's a letter in the laboratory signed Kimberly Thompson, and she mentions, I typically work over at Cinco Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist Moore. Now, who is this Moore? Because I don't have the Moore name anywhere in my list of names. So I thought, you know what? Maybe that's Randolph. We know that Randolph works in the laboratory. His last name is M. So maybe it's Randolph Moore. Maybe that's what his last name is, which means I would have the admin key. It would be, let's see, it would be like MOORR. So I want to try that today, see if maybe that's what the key is. So we're gonna try it. Flooch. Make a little wish. Even though I still don't know what it does. We're gonna be gliding over here. The fact you just like glide around without making a single sound is kind of weird. Alright, is your name by any chance Randolph Moore? So the key would be Moore R. Aha! That's what it was. It's Randolph Moore. There we go. So, network settings, terminal timeout settings. What does that mean? How long a computer terminal stays connected to the network without disconnecting from the server. The default setting, immediate, requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log into the network. So, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. I'm a little scared to change these kinds of settings because it's the kind of thing, like the wrench where it can bite you in the ass later if you don't understand exactly how it works. So how long a terminal stays connected? Would you want it to be always connected? Wouldn't that just mean I don't need to enter the password? If so, I don't really mind. I don't mind entering the password every time, so I almost don't want to mess with this, just in case. Electronic mail setting. Oh, we can turn them all on. Wait. Laboratory mailbox. Office mailbox. Security mailbox, right? And shelter mailbox. So do they each have a separate mailbox, or does it just mean I would get to access the mailbox from any of the terminals? Check connection off-site. Inbound, outbound connections and electronic mail communications outside of the local network have been temporarily disabled. Okay, well, I'm gonna put them all on, I guess, so we can look at the emails from anywhere. What else can we do? User database. Thumb K. I don't know who Thumb K is. Oh, Kimberly Thompson. Babbage, personnel access, and then the two admin keys we had found, Ruoth and Ravad, which are both expired, plus 3 additional delisted admin keys. Okay. Oh, you get to look at them too. More are account created. Okay, so you get to see the date for each. Last logged in 93. Most drafted room. Lead lab technician for Cinca. Set up estate terminals in Blackbridge network. I guess we'll screenshot these two. This is Kimberly Thompson, assistant lab technician. Last login in 93. Recent transfer from Cinca, former executive assistant to HS Sinclair. Trusted with full admin privileges. Okay. Anne Babbage, house manager. Last login in 91. Author of all personnel notes. Temporary administrator. Last login in 93. The Baron's valet for 20 years, substituting for Mr. Moore until we find a suitable assistant admin. Right, we found that key in his room, I think. And then the groundskeeper, former. Last login in 92. Terminated March 92 for suspicion of blackmail and not watering the plants. Okay. Admin logs. Oh. 86. The last cables have finally been laid and the office terminal has been connected to the central network. Given the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we chose to install the server outside of the house to maintain connection stability at all times. A small cavern off of the eastern drive was selected for the server site. Right. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe, and we will now begin testing remote access capabilities between them. I've also asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. 86. After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge, a somewhat ominous name for the project, given the legend from which the term derives, though very fitting considering we chose an actual cave to house the mainframe. I only hope that our servers do not suffer that same fate that befell those in the story. Regular maintenance report. Fixed a connection error that was occurring between the office and security terminal. We have also added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled. Additionally, the existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has also been removed. And then 2 deleted logs in March. A bunch of deleted logs. How suspicious. As requested yesterday, new admin key created, though the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. What does that mean? Effective immediately, all electronic mail capabilities have been restricted and now can only be accessed via the office terminal. All other terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. Temporary access to the mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Temporary access to the mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform... Yeah. Updated access privileges for the following account types. Admin access, full access to all features, personal access to user database, archive access, full access plus access to the archived admin logs and deleted database entries. So if we want to read those deleted entries, we need archive access. Okay. RTA is down while we work on a solution to reported terminal connection failures. RTA is working again. Terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. To make future testing easier, added ability to access offline terminals through the RTA when Blackbridge is open. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added to the network. Admin key deactivated. Only like a month later. One new admin key has been added to the network. Welcome to the team. Added new data management features to Blackbridge admin control. Updated user database. Changing of the guard. In preparation for Simon's arrival, inbound and outbound messages as well as offsite connections from outside the estate have been disabled per the instructions left by the Baron himself. And that's the final entry. That was in June, and we're now in November. Okay, what about data files? Import trophy data. Utilizing the Blackbridge system, you can import trophy data from other save files into the current profile. This is a convenient way to collect trophies in one file that might be impossible to get in a single profile. Okay, so this is like a meta Steam thing. Okay, that's fine. So wait, you can't actually connect to other terminals from here. This just makes it so you can set like the emails accessible from everywhere. And then if I had the archive key, I could potentially look at the deleted entries. I guess I need the name of whoever was working in the archives. Okay, I'm not sure. I'll have to take another look through the names we have. So basically this gave us access to potentially other mailboxes, and that's about it. So I don't really need to go back to the grotto every day, I guess. And then I think the connection, like 1 day, 1 month, that's just how many times you need to enter the password. All right. Are we actually going to get the tomb today? Still no tomb. So because of what we've learned last time, there is a possibility that we will make it to the antechamber today. I think what happened in the last couple episodes was like, I think I had a few opportunities to make it to the antechamber, but because I forgot like which lever opened which door, I didn't make it. I think the right lever is in the Great Hall. The left lever is in the Secret Garden, and the bottom one is in the greenhouse, if I remember correctly. So as long as you hit one of these three, you can make it to the antechamber. I guess I like getting the hovel anytime I can, because you don't need to worry about gems. So that's kind of like one less thing to worry about. Although it does cost you steps instead, but it's a bit easier to get steps than gems, in my experience. All right, time for some more drafting. Pretty rare that we get the workshop this early. I'd rather get a dead end. So we're gonna start off with a dice and a key. Got the nook, guest bedroom. Let's do guest bedroom. We're gonna start with 2 dead ends, which might be a mistake. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's get something good here. These are all pretty bad. At least now I know that there's no point looking for the basement key. Like, we know where it is. It's in the antechamber, so I'm gonna stop making decisions based on the fact that I want the basement key. I don't want to use my dice just yet, so sure, we'll do the chapel and lose the gold. Whatever. We got some coins here. Nice. Let's go right. It's a bit less open on the right, so let's start with that. Den, corridor, commissary. None of these is very nice. Let's just do a dead end. Alright, we still have the blessing of the high roller. I forgot about that. Need to keep that in mind. So, what should we buy? You know what? If I've learned one thing last time, if you're gonna get the running shoes, you should get them early in the run so that overall you save more steps, right? This is like an investment. So let's get them early. And then if I can find more money, I guess I'll come back for the sledgehammer. But, okay, no other sale announced. I better find some good doors. Some good rooms. Drawing room. Why do they all point down? They really don't want to give me a lot of... this one points down too. God damn. Okay. Not a great run so far. We'll get a gem here. I need to remember which rooms give you gems. Alright, pantry, kitchen, patio, taking us down. Pantry. Let's get some money. And an apple. Bedroom, storeroom, observatory. Let's do observatory. Also, yeah, I realized last time I found the telescope and I was like, oh, it gives you double the bonus. And I didn't realize it's because you can use the small telescope and then use the big one. And that's how you get double the bonus. I thought just using the thing was enough, but I'll know for next time. There's a lot of things I only realized while editing the video. Because while I'm recording, my mind is in so many places at once that like it's easy for me to miss things that are kind of obvious. Draxus, the dead. Dead-end rooms are more common today. That's kind of bad. But okay, I mean, it's not a great run so far anyways, so that's fine. Oh, okay. Breaker box. Attic. Nook. Gonna have to redraw, and it might be the end anyways. Okay, hallway will give us an opening. Or do I just use the freezer to keep my money for tomorrow and like just start fresh? You know what? Let's just do that. I'm not really feeling this run anyways. Let's just freeze our accounts. And then tomorrow maybe we can do a little bit better. Why not? Just call it a day early. A little short day today. Snug little cottage. Barely drafted any rooms. Day 27. So at least now we'll start the day with quite a bit of money. Like 18? 22. That's pretty good. So I guess I don't need to go back in the grotto, right? The changes we applied yesterday are probably still active. At least I hope so. If they're not, then we'll know to go back there. Tomb. There's no tomb. Is my blessing still active? So we've tried 2 coins. We've tried 3 coins. Let's try 4 coins while we have a lot of money. Okay, the blessing is still active, so I don't know if it's just gonna be longer. Oh, it just gave me a chance to take the money back. You know what? I want to see what happens if you take back the gold. You have been cursed. Each time you draft a bedroom, you lose 1 step. Each time you draft a hallway, you lose 1 key. Each time you draft a red room, lose all of the above. For 2 days? You know what? I guess I'd rather know this was gonna happen. So you get straight up cursed. Oh shit. Is it even worth, like, trying to play? I could just call it a day twice in a row to get rid of the curse, but let's just play anyways and see how far we go. We might still get to read some books. You know, it's not a wasted run. Unless you call it a day. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to lose gems. I'm going to lose keys. It's going to be tricky, but let's try it. So spare bedroom, pantry, bedroom. Let's do pantry. Coins, apple. Parlor, sure. This box contains the gems. The blue box has a true statement. The empty boxes both have true statements. This box contains the gems. So if these two are real, then it would mean that this one has to be lying, but this one says that it's containing the gems, so that can't be right. The blue box, okay, well, maybe these two are false. So this is false, this is false. And then this is true, so they're in this one. Aha. Okay, I wasn't sure about this one, but let's do drawing room. Ching. Nook, closet, observatory. Let's do a little closet. Get an item. The dice, the mask. Oh, the rumpus room. This would give us a new prophecy. Let's do it. I don't really see it that often, so... there's supposed to be some gold here. There it is. We've got a lot of money right now. I'm not expecting to get that far because we're cursed. I guess it's still possible to progress. Like, the worst thing is kind of losing a key. That's pretty bad. The red room is also really bad. But what might happen is we might find the bookstore and then I could buy a new book. Alright, let's see if we get a new prophecy.
I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
Tell me my future.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
I just said that.
Yes. The fog is clearing. I see a shadow in the doorway.
Creepy. That's the dark room.
Silent footsteps in the hallways. An unlatched gate you did not open.
Creepy.
A missing item you did not take. I see a young boy watched from afar.
Am I being watched? Is there someone here with me?
A young boy who once was brave,
That's creepy.
but now afraid.
Ugh. I mean, yeah, now I'm gonna be.
You have heard here has been foreseen, by the great Alzara.
That's
Until the
really
dawn
creepy.
The following day,
Are you saying there's someone here
have
with me?
nothing more to say.
Bro, I was being watched like through the door. That's so creepy. Ugh. Garage, patio, storeroom. This would give us a bunch of keys. Sure. Ugh. I mean, I don't think there's any horror elements in this game, so I'm not that worried, but that's really creepy, dude. So I might at some point see a door open that I didn't open and like an item missing from the entrance? Is there some guy with a hat that's like stalking me? What the fuck? Okay. Let's go back to the entrance. It said an item missing. One of the birds? Maybe tomorrow one of the birds will be missing. Ugh. Spare bedroom, commissary. Okay. That's the car keys. Oh, it's the laboratory again. With this one I could do an experiment. But I probably want that later, right? Let's just do guest bedroom so we can get more steps. Plus we get the magnifying glass. That's good. At least the sleeping mask is kind of offsetting the curse. It's giving me +5 per bedroom. Bedroom, chapel, corridor. Let's do corridor. Losing a key. Wow, that's really bad. Secret passage, den, storeroom. Let's do the den. Let's go right. Hallway, commissary, passageway. That would take us into the foundation. Costs us 2 gems, but alright, sure. Gonna lose another key. This goes down. This is good for like a dead end. These are pretty bad. I guess security would be fine. Let's do security. I'm burning through my gems pretty quickly. So now in theory, I should be able to access the emails, right? Do I have access to the email? I do. Are they the same emails as before? November 5th, 1986. Mr. Darren, if you have any more of those red and blue memo sheets, the Baron has requested a handful of each for a new project he is working on in the clock tower. This is new. For my part, I can't understand for the life of me why you and the Baron continually insist on confounding my staff and every other person who stumbles upon one of your colored memos. Very good question. I'm not confident confusion is the best security, but it's not my department, so I'll leave that up to you and the Baron. Like, why are you leaving these fake messages, like these false information? January 24th, 1987. Mrs. Babbage, I'd like to address one potential security vulnerability of having an antechamber lever in the weight room. As the years have gone by, the Baron's frequency of working out in this room has gone from once in a red moon to as rare as a man without self-pity. As such, we find this room mostly relegated to guest use, and given that an antechamber lever is not only unsuited but also poses a security risk, I advise we either remove or conceal it and install a secondary lever to control the south entrance. So there used to be a lever in the weight room, but it's been replaced? Or is it still there? Maybe it's still there. Interesting. Kirk Darren. I don't know who that is. Mr. Darren, sorry for the lagging reply. I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thanks for bringing this issue to our attention. This was not something I had considered, but it does seem like a reasonable suggestion. I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he has expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and convenience, so this may be the perfect excuse to allow him to execute those plans, should he still wish to do so. So there might be secondary levers hidden in rooms. Huh. Stop recording to Kirk Darren. Kirk, per our last meeting, effective immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have taped logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. Randolph Moore. We get his name here again. Okay, so these are all new emails, which means you need to look at the emails in each of the room with a computer. So we'll have to go back to the shelter too to get some new information. Interesting. Okay, this is good. What if I eventually like see a person on these screens? That would be really creepy. Ugh. Don't even want to think about that. Bedroom, storeroom, nook. Nook would give us more keys. We're going to start to need keys pretty soon. But the storeroom would give us everything. Let's do storeroom since it's a dead end. I love that the staff of this place is also questioning, like, why are we leaving these fake notes lying around? Like, isn't that just confusing? Yes, it is. It sure is. I wouldn't want to be someone working in this weird house. Hallway, bunk room, commissary. Let's do bunk room. So we can get more steps. And 2 bananas. Oh, banana. Oh, banana. Nothing else. Hello, my little guy. It means the foundation is the only place we'll have access to, but that's fine. All right, locked. There it is. The master bedroom. That's the first time we've seen it. The first time in 27 days. This is Herbert's room. Morajai box. And good thing I've got this too. The magnifying glass. Fun for the family. Morajai boxes were a popular fad in the early 30s among both the peerage and common crowds. These small mechanical puzzle boxes originated on the island Morajai as a children's game but quickly gained popularity among seafarers who valued the compact boxes as both lockbox and entertainment on long voyages. Over time, the boxes spread from port to port and eventually found their way into the homes and hearts of every realm. A traditional Morajai box is distinguished by a lid featuring a 3x3 grid of white and gray tiles. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which will change the color of that tile and the surrounding squares. The goal of each box is to find a way to make all 4 corner tiles into white squares. These simple rules evolved as the game spread across the world. Regional variations introduced new colors and mechanics, offering greater challenges and local flavor. While the fad may have ended, Morajai boxes still make for a memorable gift for both collectors and puzzle enthusiasts. And there's one right there. So white and gray, just like it said. This one seems very easy. Huh. There we go, 2 more coins. That's a lot of allowance. That's the Red Prince. To my encouraging uncle, who opened many doors for me. P.S. They made me change the ending, of course, as you predicted. Oh, would this one have the original ending, maybe? Because we've read this one before. And he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. That's me with my parents. There's Mary. That's my dad, Daniel, I think. There's me. I've got a little train on my shirt. I didn't think I was going to need the magnifying glass again just because we haven't really seen that many new documents, but I'm glad I have it. Huh. Dude has straight up cannons in his bedroom. That's pretty metal. Not gonna lie. Got some letters here. Herb, the controls for the foundation elevator are located behind the foundation wall. Yeah, this we know. I do love that you can figure out a lot of this stuff just by yourself, just by accidentally finding it. But more often than not, there are like some clues to help you figure it out if you don't, happen to do so by yourself. This means the controls can only be accessed by another room adjacent to the foundation. Unclear if this is a security feature or a flaw. Please advise. I see like this other letter there that looks like a piece of the map for the underground, but I can't actually click it. Unfortunately. More coins. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know. Must know what? You must know what? You must know what? What were you going to tell me? What the hell? By now you must know. What must I know? Another book. Is that it? There's like surprisingly little in this room that's actually relevant. I'm a little bit let down. I want to really make sure because we might never see this room again for a very long time. Can't open the drawers. I want to look at this letter there, but I can't. Can't open these. There's a freaking sword on the... Whoa, what the hell? What is that about? A sword? Oh, there's 2 swords. Swords on the wall. And like the head of a knight. H.S. Sinclair's own room, though perhaps soon you may consider it your own. I guess, yeah, if I inherit the mansion, it's gonna be my room. What is this kid gonna do in this giant mansion? Like, also, I kind of predicted there was going to be a king in this room. But there doesn't seem to be, which is very strange. There's no chess piece in this room, and they almost always have one. I find that very suspicious. No chess piece. Like, this would have been a great chance to have another king. But there's none. Nook, hallway, observatory. It's gonna have to be the hallway, and I am out of keys. The clock tower. This is the first. Let's see it. The clock tower. So tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each room that has like one of these, which is a tomorrow room. So there's a clock on the ground. Hope you're not scared of heights. Oh, there's actually way more in here than I thought. They do have pictures. Okay, there's a rook in here. Oh, the broken lever. What is that? Oh, it's a piece of a seal. With a swan? Southward, I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds. Rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward, I see a crow. Dark are the days coming forth. And it says sacred. If you only look at the first letter. Sacred. Okay, this is very cryptic. Clearly just a clue to some other thing. Southward, I see a swan. Eastward, I see a crow. Well, there's a swan there. Wait, they all have a different time. No, only this one. Only this one has a different time. These all say the same time, except this one. The west one is a different... I was gonna say it's because this one's not moving. They're all moving except this one. Why isn't it working? It's because the gear is not connected. The gear doesn't actually connect. But I can't do anything about that. At least it doesn't seem like it. Wait, didn't I need this connected to the boiler room? No. Okay. So all the clocks work except the west one. And it's stuck on 1:30. It's stuck at 1:30. There might be some significance to that. I don't know. Always been heavily restricted, which might explain why maintenance has been unable to mend the perpetually halted clock face. A testament to the unchanging winds of the sacred hour. Sacred, like it says on the thing. Okay. Wait. So I guess the time we saw 1:30, which is actually the same time as on this picture, 1:30, that's the sacred hour. And then it's telling you when it's the sacred hour, you see like a crow on this side and something else on this side. This is going to be useful later, I can tell, but for now I am flummoxed. No key. So that's the end of the day. There is like one door I can open, I think. I think it was locked. Not locked. Oh man, I'm gonna have to waste my 41 gold. I guess I'll do laboratory so I can get like an experiment, but I think the experiment is only for that day, so I'm not even gonna get to use it. Oh wait, I can look at the emails. That's important. Electronic mail. Chef de Camp. Freezer access. Randolph. As I know you've been conducting temperature-related experiments this past week, I've tried my best to avoid accessing my frozen stock during your normal working hours. However, on Friday I was making my famous black truffle pizza and had to visit the freezer for a few ingredients. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Chef de Camp. Chef, please don't worry too much about freezer access. The experiments we're doing aren't very sensitive and they are already accounting for normal variations due to expected use and staff traffic. However, surprisingly, we did see a major temperature rise on Friday, which I believe may be related not to your freezer visit, but to the use of furnace in close proximity. So this gives you a clue that the furnace can thaw the freezer. In the future, you should try to draft that a bit further away, as the temperature rise from drafting that room has a major effect on temperature in the house, even more so in rooms in close proximity to it. So there's your clue about the freezer, which we didn't need. Precautions, Baron Sinclair. As we discussed in our meeting earlier this week, we will be sealing off the entrance to the Blackbridge server this week, as well as archiving all our electronic mailboxes and locking access. I'm not sure just how tech-savvy we expect the Red Guard to be, but there's more than enough data on our servers that these extra precautions are, in my opinion, the very minimum measures that we should be considering given the likelihood of an investigation next month. So the Red Guard was investigating, and that's why they archived everything. Lock it down. Lock it all down, said Herbert. Okay. And then the experiment. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, whenever you draft a shop room, each time you eat an apple. Let's do, whenever you draft a shop room, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. That's crazy. Is that going to be today or tomorrow? Anything permanent is amazing. Maybe it stays in effect until you actually replace it? This would stack like crazy over time. After approval, the experimental feature will remain active. Oh, it's only for today? Man. Oh, that sucks. I wish, because I'm not going to get to draft any rooms. I've had 0 trigger of every experiment. Like, I haven't been able to activate it once. I guess I should be looking to draft the laboratory early in the day so I can actually use the experiment. Because so far I haven't been able to use it. I didn't think you were going to get something as powerful as like permanently adding to your allowance. That's pretty crazy. But we have no key. We have no room we can draft, so that's it for today. We can thank the curse for that. I should probably just skip a day to get rid of the curse. Right? There's no point really playing with the curse. Then again, we did find 2 new rooms today, so you know. None of these runs is wasted. Did someone steal my birds? The birds are still there. But one of these days, the birds might disappear. So now our allowance is 12 coins. I mean, this gate is always open. I'm not the one that opens it, but they might be talking about a different gate. All right, so we've read the emails from security, from laboratory. We need to read the ones from the office and from the shelter. Speaking of, there's the shelter. Still no tomb. Only seen the tomb once in 27 days. There's a coin. Thank you. I still don't know why you would need this radiation monitor. All doors in the house will automatically unlock. So I guess there's a way to potentially raise the radioactive level so that all the doors unlock, but swan song. Oh, what if... Wait, can I access the laboratory terminal from here? Then I could start the experiment before we actually draft it, right? Let's look at the emails first. Electronic email. Yes, and don't worry, this communication method is fully secure. I am the only lab technician with network access and the only one who uses this terminal. I'm working to get you some more supplies, but I'm not focusing on essentials as I believe there's enough food in the shelter to last for the duration, though I think it'd be wise if you can do a quick inventory to confirm that. Who was this from? In terms of area, there's not nearly as much room here as I remembered from my youth. If it was just me, I wouldn't mind, but with 4 of us and the space we are going to need for planning, I don't expect this to be a sustainable situation for more than a week, a fortnight at best. This might be from my mother, because we know they hid in the shelter. I passed the message on, and your uncle, it is from my mother, says he may have an idea for a more long-term solution, but it's going to require some doing. I'm not sure exactly what he has in mind, but this morning when I looked at today's blueprints, I saw he had drafted the pump room. A floor plan I haven't seen used in a very, very long time. So are we are we really to believe that Herbert was just drafting different rooms every day? Like, how does that even work? How do people live in this house if the rooms are constantly changing? I don't know. It's such a weird premise. And like, what is it? Is it magic? I have a feeling you all may be taking a boat ride shortly. This is about, okay, the pump room. So maybe I was right. It's about filling the reservoir so that you can take the boat across. So if I manage to get across, I might get to meet my mother. Maybe they took her. But no, we read that like she crossed state lines and shit. So I guess they just used the underground reservoir to, I guess, exit the country. But still, this is telling me that I need to investigate the pump room and the reservoir more. Stay put. It's finally happening. We just got confirmation from our source that the Red Guard is coming tomorrow to begin their formal inquiry into the disappearance. At this point, it's going to be too risky to move you until next week at the earliest. Just hang tight for now. R. Interesting. Let's do... Okay, so you can do it once, right? Laboratory? You may connect to one offline terminal each day. Okay, well, let's do an experiment. If I can do an experiment every day from here, that would be really useful. You can! Before I've even started drafting the house. That's gonna be really great. Give me another one of these permanent things. There it is! When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps and then... immediately... Okay, while drafting, if you draw a drawing room... Oh, none of these is really that good. Because none of them are likely to happen more than once. Like, I will only get the drawing room... Well, I guess I might get it multiple times, but not that many. The one that's most likely to happen multiple times is drafting a red room, so I guess I would want to draft a lot of red rooms today. I'm going to lose steps, but I will get permanent gold added to my allowance, so we'll do that. Sure. It's just going to be a bad day. Start the experiment. Nice. Alright, that's very good. So today we're looking to draft a bunch of red rooms. I guess that answers my question of like, how can you get a bunch of gold in this game? Because you have all these really expensive things, like in the showroom and these books. And I'm like, how can you possibly get this much money? I guess it's from doing a bunch of these experiments and like getting a very high allowance. So let's try and get some red rooms. Storeroom, spare bedroom. Let's do spare. Getting the furnace nice and early would be great. Let's do closet. There's the sledgehammer. And the dice. Getting the furnace would be perfect because then I would get more red rooms. Observatory, parlor, guest bedroom. Let's do guest bedroom. It's the key card. Oh, I'm getting the key card so early. See, if I hadn't already accessed the laboratory, I could have gone into security and then put the key card thing on high. So I could open a bunch of doors, but we might still get it. Hallway, pantry, secret passage. Let's do hallway. Lose my key. Chapel. This will add 1 permanent coin to my allowance, so let's do it. Your allowance has been raised. Alright, you're sheltered from the effect because of the shelter. Right. But you're not sheltered from the curse. So. There's that freaking office that, like, it just wouldn't give to me last time. And now here it is. That easily. These are the emails that we did read. So I guess I don't need it, but... let's just do bedroom. There's a key. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 8. I mean, I've already made a bunch of bedrooms. I don't know how many more I'm really gonna get at this point. Let's just do Nook. Get 2 keys. Alright, fine. Let's do nursery. Oh, it's the rabbit tail. Rabbit foot. We're still cursed, so I'm not expecting a great run, you know? But that's fine. There's security. Okay, let's do it. And let's set the keycard thing on high. This is going to be my first chance to set the thing on high while I actually have the keycard on me. So we'll use it. This might help me get around the lack of keys. Dark room. Let's do it. Your allowance has been raised. Experiment successful. There's a gem. Still no... Shelter and this experiment is actually a great combination because I get to draft red rooms and I'm not affected by them. At least not the first 3. So no keycard door as of yet. Pantry, kitchen. Okay, I need to hold on to my gems. Let's do dance, we get another gem. And sometimes there's a box in this room, but not today. Let's try and get a dead end down there. Freezer. I don't want to freeze my account though, because then they won't get used. I guess it'll have to be the parlor. Let's see what kind of puzzle we get. All statements that contain the word gems are false. This box contains gems. This box is not empty. Wait, if this is true, then it's also false. Because this statement also contains the word gems? Ah, shit. All statements that contain the word gems are false, which means they're true. Wait, it's like a double negative. This box is not empty. This box contains gems. I have no idea. Because if this is true, then it's also false. Unless it's only talking about the other boxes and not this one. This one? Fuck. Okay, I did. This one was too much for my small brain. When you're getting to like the double negatives, it's like all statements that say statement are false. Like, well, what about this statement that you just said? I don't know. Boudoir, garage. This would give me a bunch of keys, but it's gonna use my gem. Let's do boudoir and hope we find a bunch of key card doors. Still haven't found a single one. I don't know when they're supposed to happen. There's a gem. Lavatory. Oh shit, this is gonna lock my way. I would have used this one to raise my allowance. Okay, well. I won't get to continue either way, so my only chance is to redraw. But if I don't get another red room, then I won't get to raise my allowance. Okay, this time we have a passageway. We get to keep going. Let's do this one. It's gonna take a key. There's supposed to be a lot of keycard doors, and I haven't seen a single one so far. Weight room. Lose half your steps. You know what? Sure, I need to take a better look at this weight room. Your allowance has been raised. Oh, it didn't take my steps. Okay. Wait, so there's supposed to be a lever in here? Is it like hidden? Is it still here? Maybe they removed it. Or maybe, oh, maybe it's hiding. Maybe it's hiding behind this wall. Maybe there's like a secret button somewhere to open. If it's gonna be somewhere, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be behind this wall. Is there somewhere I can click? There's gotta be something in this room that like reveals it, like a button somewhere. It's back there. It's in this little nook, I'm sure. It's in that corner. I just don't know how to access it. There's the laboratory again. Or the pantry. Let's do the pantry. Get some more gold. A nice banana. Apples and bananas. Would this secondary lever still be in here, or like did they maybe just remove it? But then why would they tell you? If they tell you, it's because it's still in here. Right? It has to be behind this wall. But I don't know how to get through it. Dang it. This is locked. This is locked. Well. So much for this run. This is probably going to be locked too. Whew. There's the library. Well, we don't have a choice. gave us the magnifying glass, thank you, and another strategy book. This time it's the 4th one. Graciously gifted by Simon P. Jones. Wait, that's me. It's my book? So I already own this book? Tools of the trade, taking issue with inventory. In the world of drafting, the tools an architect wields are crucial in shaping their vision and bringing their designs to life. The precision, elegance, and functionality of these instruments can have a profound effect on the drafting process and the final outcome of your project. That's why it's very important to choose the right tools to complement your drafting techniques. In this issue of drafting strategy, we will dive into the vast realm of inventory, bringing to light the many hidden tools of the trade and that can enhance your favorite strategies and elevate your architectural ambitions to unprecedented heights. From classic compasses and T-squares to state-of-the-art software upgrades, the variety of drafting tools available to architects today is staggering. And we even get the magnifying glass to take a closer look. As we navigate this diverse landscape, regardless of whether you are a seasoned professional seeking to refine your toolkit or a budding draftsman searching for a basic set of instruments, the following articles will provide invaluable insights and guidance for architects of all levels. The Guiding Compass. Items that affect special floor plan costs. Gems. You can have a conversation about drafting items without starting with gems. These valuable stones allow architects to draft special floor plans. The stopwatch. I've never seen that. A more short-term, very short-term alternative to paying gem costs is utilizing a stopwatch to bypass any gem cost you encounter during a frantic 1-minute drafting dash. So it's like an infinite gem that only works for 1 minute. I would hate that. Emerald bracelet. Right, we could buy this in the showroom. If you are wealthy enough to be able to afford to purchase it from the showroom, this very high-end luxury item removes the gem cost of special floor plans altogether. Forever? Is that like a permanent thing? You would hope so, right? If you buy it, like it should be yours forever, but... Repellent spray. Why remove gem costs when you can just remove the whole room? Repellent spray can free you of that annoying floor plan for up to a week. Ivory dice are a resource that allow you to reroll for new floor plans while drafting. Brass compass, a useful drafting tool that adjusts the orientation of floor plans. If a room has another exit, it will have a high chance to lead north. The silver key. The orientation of floor plans matters a lot less when rooms have tons of doors. The silver key all but guarantees that your draft will result in a room with enough doors to ensure they lead where you want them to go, with the downside being that most of these rooms are red, because red rooms more often have multiple doors. The gear wrench, the first item that can adjust the rarity of floor plans in the draft pool, for better or worse. Although it only works on mechanical rooms, it's a useful tool for customizing your experience. The Ornate Compass, another luxury item from the showroom and likely the most useful drafting tool on this list. Ornate Compass allows you to rotate floor plans as you draft them, allowing you to position doors to your advantage. I hope this is like a permanent thing. Glue, grease, and guts. Crafted from the depths of resourcefulness and innovation, contraptions are makeshift creations born from the fusion of two or more distinct tools. Through soldering, taping, and a liberal amount of hot glue, inventors can use the workbench found in the workshop to bring together disparate elements to forge something far greater than the sum of its parts. Blind experimentation is often the most rewarding avenue for a true innovator, but for those crafters who need a bit of inspiration or guidance, we have included a list of common contraption components to kickstart your creative journey. So with the battery pack, you can make 3 things. You can make 3 things with the metal detector, 3 things with the shovel, 2 things with the broken lever, and then the last one is just question marks. Okay. It's about time for an upgrade. Perhaps the most exciting item an architect can come across is an upgrade disk. This floppy data disk houses a wellspring of unique architectural plans designed explicitly for a specific room. By inserting the disk into a computer terminal, architects gain the ability to shape the destiny of a room, guided by the enticing designs contained on the disk. This myriad of options not only allows architects to craft floor plans that align with their preferred strategies, but also enables them to adapt their creations to evolving project requirements. Furthermore, the upgrade disk's array of plans ensures that no two architects will follow the same path, fostering a landscape of diverse architectural designs. 16 total disks have been issued. Okay, so that's the maximum amount of disks in the game. 16 times the disks. Tooltips. Stringing together adjoining hallways has always been the most straightforward strategy when using a hall pass. Have I found the hall pass? I think maybe once. Drafting floor plans like tunnel and secret passage are an easy way to set up longer chains of hallways. You can adjust the settings in the terminal located in security to make security doors more or less common. If you have found a keycard, it is worth changing these settings to high, and if you haven't, you may want them on low. For the endeavoring gardener, a watering can is a fundamental tool, but did you know you can refill this item with water? Oh. All you need to do is find a faucet with running water. That makes sense. Most green rooms can only be drafted along the edges of your house, and the secret garden is no exception. You can use this key on any locked door leading to one of these room positions. If you have come across any fancy ruby socketed candlesticks, you may want to take note in case you can find an item that can produce a flame. These specific candlesticks contain mechanical triggers that are tripped when the candle is lit. Really? I don't think I've ever noticed one of these because I couldn't interact with them. So if I find something that can create a flame, like a lighter. Tools are cool, but they are only as good as the architect who harnesses their capabilities. As you finish reading this issue of Drafting Strategy, I want you to open up your menu and look at your inventory. Take a moment to look at each item and contemplate the true potential they all hold. The same potential you see there is the same potential that resides within yourself. For it is not the tools themselves that will sculpt the grand structures and monuments of tomorrow, but the deft hands and brilliant minds of architects like you. Look at all that potential. I could glue the rabbit's foot to the end of my sledgehammer, you know, to make it like a furry hammer. Interesting. Well, I've learned like one or two things, certainly. The servants' quarters, the conference room. Sure. Give me more security doors, please. I need to keep an eye out for these lamps with a gem in it. I never really noticed those. Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Well, I'll never get enough gems for that. I might as well check an item, because this run is probably not going to last much longer. I should check in the key, actually. Would checking in the key be a good idea? Well, let me start by using it as much as I can, and once I'm stuck, I'll bring it here. Dining room, corridor. This is always left unlocked, so that's good for me. Will take me into this room. Workshop. Lavatory. This would end the run, but it would upgrade my allowance. I don't... Oh, I could keep going. But then what if the door at the end of this is just closed anyways? You know what? I'm just gonna do a red room. Because I'm tired of this curse. I'm tired of this curse anyways. So there we go. Now we've upgraded our allowance by 4 coins. That's pretty good. I'm going to leave the key card in here so I can pick it up another day. Nice. And then we'll call it a day. Weird day, but I think it was productive. We're now on day 29. We're now starting with 16 times the coins. Will this finally be the day where I get the tomb again? Not quite. Let's make another offering. Are you done being mad at me? Are you done cursing me? Let me redeem myself by giving you 4 coins. Let's see what happens with 4 coins. Is it going to be the high roller? Okay, it's still the high roller. Noted. But this time for 3 days. And don't even think about getting your gold back. You don't want to do that. You can't access the other terminals from the computer in the grotto, right? Or could you? Let me double check. Because if you can, then I want to do that because I want to set up an experiment each day. Okay, you can't access the other terminals from here, it seems. Which is weird. You think that's what this computer would be for? A small data microchip. What if I just keep that? What if I just keep that on me? You know? I mean, clearly that's where it goes. Because it has the right shape. You can see it on the door. I guess we're looking for other microchips, but what if you just keep it? Then what? Alright. Let's see if we can get the code check early. Let's start with the storeroom. Chink. Starting with the sledgehammer, huh? That's not bad. Sledgehammer. Bam, bam, bam. Sledgehammer. Corridor, spare bedroom, kitchen. Let's do spare bedroom. We don't have the hovel today, so we're gonna have to be worrying about gems, unfortunately. I got so used to the hovel that now it's like, oh shit, right. I need gems. Nook, pantry, closet. Let's do closet. Get ourselves some items. There's the rabbit's foot again. Looks more like... Doesn't really look like a foot, but okay. So 3 dice. Let's see. Chapel, den, parlor. Let's do den. There's a box. There's a gem. What's in the box? The car keys and another gem. You know, this game is growing on me, I can't lie. I found it a bit frustrating at first, but now I kind of like this whole drafting rooms business. It's growing on me. Corridor, pantry, nook. These are all kind of bad. So let me redraw. Bedroom, secret chapel, secret passage. Let's do bedroom, I guess. Oh, there's the coin purse. Each time you collect 3, you earn an additional 1. Courtyard, chapel, pantry. This will take us to the foundation. Sure. But I won't go there just yet. Let's go left first. See what else we get. Bunk room. Commissary. These are all pretty bad. Okay, let's do Nook then. Get ourselves some keys. Now we'll go. It's been a few times in a row now that we found the coins here, but... Alright, so let's go right. Parlor, pantry, drawing room. Let's do drawing room. We'll get a gem. We'll get to go down and up. Thank you. This would be perfect for... This would be perfect for like a dead end. So let's redraw. Like the code check? Yeah, that would be perfect. Give me that. Give me that key card, baby. Key card has been returned to you. Have a great day. Thank you. Now I need to find the security so I can actually set it to high. Okay, so I never saw the master bedroom for like 28 days. Now I got it like twice in a row. That's interesting. Let's save up our gems and let's just do more gold. We'll get to access the foundation. We get some extra coins thanks to the purse. We only have the one door, but let's see. The boiler room or the hallway. I still need to collect the boiler room to the laundry room and the pump room. So, sure. It's the same, kind of the same as the hallway anyways, so... Let's do boiler room. Let's see if we get one of these rooms. So it's either laundry room or the pump room. Or one of these. This is a dead end. Let's do security, because then I can use the keycard thing. And it will still connect elsewhere. Oh, but they're both locked, so it doesn't matter. Well, at least I can do the keycard thing. Can I set up an experiment from this computer by accessing the laboratory? I think I can. Yes. Nice, nice. So you just need to find the one computer and then you can set up the experiment from there. Each time you eat an apple, a letter will be delivered to the mailroom? What letter? Only for that day? Or like, can I read that letter in the future? When you draft a hallway from another hallway, each time you eat an apple, an archive floor plan. I mean, this is probably the most likely. It's still not super likely, but... Okay, each time you eat an apple, gain either a key, a gem, or one die. A star. A letter will be delivered to the mailroom. A letter from who? This intrigues me. Let's see. I don't really get the mailroom that often, but we'll see. Maybe we can get it today. Alright, so I only have one more chance to connect to something that actually requires the power. Out of all the rooms you can possibly draft, it seems kind of unlikely. Plus, I think to get the pump room, you need to first do the pool. Otherwise, it's not even in your list of rooms. It's locked. I'm going to redraw. The dark room would carry the power. So I guess... It's still gonna be dark in here, but... So the power goes to both doors, which is good. This one connects, but I don't know what it is. Let's see. Oh, it's the laundry room. Nice. Okay, so what gets power? This thing? What does it do? Shoe shine. This service costs 5 coins. Would exchange all of your steps with all of your gems. What? So I would end up with 2 steps and 43 gems? Okay, that's crazy. The service costs 5 coins. Would exchange all of your remaining stars with your allowance permanently. Wait. Your remaining stars? What does that mean? Out of 20? Your remaining stars? Would exchange all of your dice with all of your keys at a 1-1 rate. Okay, so what an interesting trade. So what, it would change these 12 stars? You don't see it. The 12 stars for my allowance? I mean, my allowance is higher than this. Wait, okay, so if the maximum amount of stars is 20, the remaining stars is 8, and 8 is lower than my allowance, so I guess I don't want that. I might potentially want to trade the gems and the steps if I get a lot of gems today, but none of these really seem that useful. Unfortunately, at least not right now. Exchange all of your gems with all of your coins. So I could end up with 28 gems and 2 coins. Or like 28 keys. Okay. Let's remember we have access to this. It might be useful later. Like near the end of the run when I don't really need the gold, I might bring this 28 gold here and just like exchange it for a bunch of keys or a bunch of gems where that might be more useful. How interesting. What a weird trade-off. Okay. 2 rooms that use the power. But we don't get to see what it is. Let's go with the one that requires a gem. Oh, it's the laboratory, of course. Did I just fucked myself. Because I can't go anywhere from here. Shit. I was hoping it was gonna take me somewhere else. Well, so much for this run. Whoops. By trying to figure out the boiler room, I ended up getting stuck. I guess I'll go back to put the key card in the code check. So at this point, even if I was to like transfer all my coins into keys or gems, like it wouldn't matter because they don't carry overnight. So, and it's not like I can draft a freezer either because I don't have any more doors. So this was a bit of a nothing day, but it happens. Cozy cottage. Well, at least now we know what the laundry room does. The only one we haven't done is the pump room. But again, I think to get the pump room, you need the pool first. No one has stolen a bird yet. Are we gonna get an actual productive run today, or is it just gonna be all these very short runs that don't really lead anywhere? Tomb? Oh, there it is. It's been a while. Let's go. Let's go. Now I get to go back to the reservoir for the first time. Do I need to do the puzzle again, or is it still open? It's probably still open. Hello, Grandpa. Grand Uncle. Not really my grandpa. Oh, these things. If I could make some fire, then I could like... But I can't pick this up. Okay. I need to write this down. If I can find a way to make fire, I can come here and light these in the tomb. Okay. And there might be more. But I need a way to make fire. Hey, that's not suspicious at all. Oh, get some coins. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. The floor plan is the definitive dead end. Or is it? Or is it indeed? This also is probably like a clue to something. Just because it's very specific placement of these candles. Alright, let's go down into the underground. So, if my theory is correct, filling the reservoir with water will allow me to use the boat to get across. Right? Okay, so you do need to open this every time for some reason. So this thing we pulled all the way back to open the path somewhere else. Oh, these you also need to open. Okay. Oh, there's an upgrade disc. This is the same... Oh, this is the same symbol as the clock. I think you need to write the sacred hour 1:30 here. Right? Like if I had a way to light up these candles, you could potentially write like 1:30? Maybe? I think it has something to do with the clock room. And then what about the reservoir? Can I take the boat? Can I not? Is the water too high? Can I really not? Is it too high? Maybe I need to lower it by like 1? Just so I can... Okay, I guess it's too high. Well, shit. So I need to fill the reservoir and leave like 1 open, I guess. And then I could potentially... You could get in there, dude. Come on. Like, just get your little legs wet a little bit, get in there, and then swim to the other side. It has to be the boat, because there's no ladder going down. So it's not like you could climb down, so... Yeah. Although there is a staircase on the other side. Oh, shit. And then this led... nowhere. I guess if I was to empty the water, I could go down there instead, but then I wouldn't get to take the boat. Shit. Alright, so new objective is lower the water just a little bit by like 1, I guess. God damn it. It's like, how long is it gonna take before I can actually get down here again? The tomb is really rare. So who knows how long it'll take me to actually get back here. That's the one part that's a bit frustrating. It's like, well, even if you figure out the puzzle, when are you gonna get a chance to actually try your solution? It might take a long time. pantry. You want to keep the bedrooms for later. Maybe I should leave this apple here and only eat it later, but... Closet, observatory. Sure. Oh, there's the lever. What do we get today? The key and the Southern Cross. That's gonna be red rooms. So that's actually pretty bad. Den, West Wing Hall. I should keep the den for later, so let's do West Wing Hall because it can only be here anyways. Nook bedroom. Walk-in closet will be 4 items, but it's gonna take my only gem, which is pretty bad. For a key, a gem, and... Okay, so it's not always the same number. This time it's 304. Interesting. I thought it was always the same number. So, could there be different items in the other boxes then? Veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Well, that's not gonna happen. Let's do a dead end. Sleeping mask. And let's hope we get more stuff to see on the other side of the house. The showroom, the bunk room, or the den. Like, what was the cheapest item in the showroom? They were all pretty expensive, if I remember right. This would be a dead end. Let's do den, I guess. We do our storeroom. We can do a dead end, sure. I'm trying to get as many dead ends as I can early in the house, so we don't get them later. Spare bedroom, archives, weight room, half my steps. That's pretty bad. Let's do spare bedroom. It's not the best either, but I've been finding this thing a lot. The rabbit's foot. Should I go left first to the entrance hall so I can get like through? It's a bit more open, so I think I should. Before we get like too far in. I would need like the corridor here. Thank you. Exactly what I wanted. Although the corridor can be very useful later in the house, but oh well. Parlor, archives. Wait, it's all the same shit. Again, this star thing with the 4 doors, it's just red rooms because almost only the red rooms have 4 doors. So I guess I'd rather get it late. You will no longer... Oh, this sucks, dude. But I'm gonna have to draft them eventually, probably, but... hopefully later? Okay, let's just do parlor for now. Yeah, this star thing is a curse. You don't want to draft only rooms with 4 doors, because it's mostly red rooms. This statement on one of the other 2 boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. Okay, I'm starting to see what they mean by like these puzzles get more and more complicated. This is the longest sentence we've seen by far. Every box contains gems. Well, that's false. Every box is black. That's also false, which means this has to be true. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replace the word every with this. This box contains gems. Thank you. Okay, this one wasn't too bad, actually. There's the library again, sure. We'll get to order the next book, which is volume 5. That's the last book we haven't read. So we've read almost every book at this point. And there's the bookshop. Let's get it. We can buy some books. Maybe not many, but at least one. Realm and Rune. Let's do it. We'll get to read that in the future. That's the book that we found in the cliffside, but it was really ruined, I think. They've also mentioned, yeah, the network is named after Black Bridge, which is some like creepy story. So we'll have to read that eventually. This would be about my mother, and this would be the uncensored book that my uncle owned, but they're pretty expensive. So we'll see if we ever get those. This would give us a bunch of keys. This would allow us to go up. Let's do the nook. Chink chink. Drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Sure. Plus we'll get a gem here anyways. I like when this room has windows. I mean, all the rooms look better when they have windows, but this one especially. Let's go right. The rotunda. But this costs way too many gems. Let's use our free redraw. The pool. Pool would give me a chance to find the pump room today, so let's do that. Yep, running shoes. Hello. This goes up. Locked. Seven locked doors. This would potentially lead me to... But I don't have the lockpick. We know the lever to the right of the antechamber is somewhere in this room. But I don't have the lockpick. Aquarium is every color of room. I guess... It'll give me a dice. Gives me a key. Gave me some steps. Locked. Code check. It's a bit late to go and get the key card at this point. Terrace green rooms do not cost to draft. That would be nice. That would be nice. Plus there's a gem here. Don't feel like today's going to be a very productive day. But you never know. Whenever you enter, you lose 2 steps. 3 steps more. Or the Great Hall. It's going to cost me all my keys to get through the Great Hall. I would need to get that other one first, the one that unlocks all the doors. Should I redraw? That's pretty bad. Do a chapel, I guess. Give me those coins back. Let's try going down. Come on, I'm going down. Don't ask me to use my keys. Cloister Courtyard. I mean, there's nothing really in the cloister. Let's just do courtyard. It's gonna lead me to as many places. There might be metal detector. It's always good. No shovel though. What's down? There's the pump room. That's perfect. You do need to connect this to... Oh, wait, if I can go back out. I have the tomb today. I can just go right back there. Okay, I need to take like 1 water away from the reservoir, I think. So just take out like 1. How did this work again? I forgot. I just want to take like 1. How do I take only 1? No, that's too much. That's too much. I guess if I then send it to the kitchen, I would only have 1 left, right? Wouldn't I? This is just trial and error. I don't understand how this thing works. Like, basically, I just want the reservoir to be missing 1 thing of water. How do I do that? I need to take the water from the greenhouse and send it to the reservoir, but how do I do that? Take the water... Bring the water here. Wait, no, now you're filling it. Filling it with what water? Can you do the opposite? Can you just bring it back? Which water? Okay, this water. So that has 4. Okay, this 4. I just want to take this water. Okay, I see. So I want to have only 1 thing of water, basically. Well, there's only 1 in there. What is this? Because this thing doesn't have a lever on it. This is the water I want. It's the reserve tank, but how do I access the reserve tank? I hate these types of puzzles. They're really not the type of puzzles I'm good at, like reassigning different quantities among a bunch of stuff. Like I'm really bad at these. I just want to send like 1 thing there. Like, why can I not just take the 1 water from the greenhouse and just like send it in this tank and then use this tank to send it? Just take the 1 water, send it in there. Can I not do that? Why can I not do that? I'm never gonna solve this. Like, I'm just gonna be doing trial and error until I accidentally do it. So now there's gonna be 2. Send 1 to the pool. Can you do that? Just like send 1 to the pool? Why can you not? Why can I... Isn't that how it works? You're like, okay, send... Because first it took it from the other one. So if I go in the other direction, shouldn't it then take the water from there? What the fuck? None of them work. Why do none of them work? I want this thing to send 1 water to the pool. That's it. I just want this thing to send 1 water to the pool. It's fucking selected right now, so why isn't it? Like, I'm selecting it, Alright, pool. Take this water, right, over there, and then just send it to the pool so that I have one left in there. And then use this one and send it to the fucking reservoir. Why can I not do that? No, now it's just taking it. I don't want that. Wait, which water is this? What? No! No, I don't want that. I just fucked it up. What are you doing? How does this fucking thing work? This has been designed specifically just to fuck with me. Please. And just one left. Ah, fucking, I don't know how I did it. Somehow. Just by luck. By fucking trial and error. I've been doing this for like 30 minutes. Okay, now. I just need to go back outside. Go back in the reservoir while I'm still here. And... yeah, just fuck this run. All I want to see is if I can get in the boat now. That's all I want. And it had better work. It better work because it's costing me pretty much all my steps. So let's hope it's worth it. So filling it up completely didn't work because there was too much water. My theory is that if you take just one thing of water away, then you can get in the boat. I hope I'm right about that. If not, then I don't know. Okay, please tell me that it worked. Can I get in the boat? Can I get in the boat? Yes! Yes! Okay. So at least all that work was not for nothing. I get to actually go somewhere. Okay, this is on rail. It better take me where I need to go. It's taking me to the other side, but then is there something I can do there? There better fucking be. So yeah, there's a staircase going down and there's a door at the bottom. So I probably also need to empty the reservoir. And then like something else will happen. So yeah, it's taking me on the other side. I hope I get to unlock something permanent from here. So this is why I pulled away the cart. So I could get in here. And then what is this? Maybe I can open a door to come here like instantly from the morning. Okay, this I need to turn this whole thing somehow. I don't know where the mechanism is for that. And then this seems to lead outside. Okay, this allows me to turn it. And then what is this? Can I open this permanently? No? Oh, come on. I can't. This has to lead outside. How would I ever open this door then? Let's see. So, if you turn it once... I can't go anywhere from here. Turn it again. Now I can go there. This will turn it too. Oh, this raises it. Oh shit, okay. And it's a different thing, okay. So there's 2 floors, I see. Well, the place I was at was there, right? With the boxes. So let's see. If you turn it and I go there. This is not taking me steps, right? Going between these? No, I don't think so. So now we can go there. Oh, jeez. That's just another fucking... Okay, this also turns it. Now it's gonna take me to this weird tunnel. Now where does that lead? This also allows me to turn it. Okay, where does this lead? The underpass. What is this weird tunnel? Is this how my mom, like, left the country? What the hell? This opens the top door and the antechamber. Can't open these doors. So there is a way to open the top one. So it's not necessarily about the basement then. I shouldn't do that. Wait, inner sanctum? What the hell? Okay, but what are the odds? Unless this opens permanently. Oh, okay, so that's... So just the basement key, that's not the end of the game. This is the end of the game. This is how you reach room 46. So it doesn't really have to do with the basement key, but then where does the basement key lead you? Oh, and look, you can see all the symbols. Ovin Nevare. And you have all these symbols on the ground. And you get this funky, hopeful music. And the moon symbol. But wait, so that means you need to somehow access the underground, hit this lever, make it all the way to the antechamber. And then why did you need the basement key if this is how you get... But that would mean you need to draft the tomb, and... Does that mean you can only reach the 46th chamber on a day that you draft the tomb? Or can you open like a shortcut somehow? There has to be a shortcut somewhere. Like here? Huh? Huh? Oh wait, I think I remember seeing this door on the cliffside, so that must be a shortcut to here. Maybe it's by doing the chest thing. Maybe you solve the chest thing, then you open this shortcut. The shortcut takes you to the under, like this room there. Then you get access to the 46th room, right? But there has to be, there's other things in here. Like there's a lantern. Okay, well, I need to get back on this thing somehow. Like, the more time passes, the more I'm realizing how difficult it's actually gonna be to reach room 46. Now it's giving me access to this, which is just... I was gonna say it's nothing. It is something. Can I open any of these? No. What's all this? What's all this then? Performance log 1918. After almost 3 years in the tunnels, SNR has informed me that we will be closing up the site in June. It has been a somewhat bittersweet experience working on such a historically significant excavation over the past 30-odd months, yet being unable to share any of that work with the world, maybe one day. Still, there is a significant amount of work that has yet to be done, and it is vitally important that we conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be many generations before they are reopened, and yes, it was. Where does this lead? Please tell me this is a shortcut. Is this where I think it is? No. Okay. Wait, is it? Does it take me to the cliffside? No. Okay. Because I need that. I need like I need some kind of shortcut so I can come down here from the cliffside. But it does open more paths for me. So let's see. From here, if I get back there... Right, okay. So where have I not been? I haven't been there where this torch is. That's where I want to go. And I think I can from here. Wait, no, I can't, because there's only... I need the bottom thing for that. I need to do like this. And then raise the thing. Wait, no, I can't. Okay, so they need to turn not at the same... Oh, I need to come in from this one. Okay, I see. So... let's see. I need to do like this and then turn it around so it's the next one. Or actually I can just do this. There. That did it. Now I can look at it. What is this? Oh, that's the full map. There it is. I don't need to look at it in pieces. Rotating gear to north lever. Buried floor plan? Where? Where is it? 10? Okay, so foundation elevator. Okay. So from the foundation, you then access this door, then you're in the basement. So there's a concealed entrance. Okay, that's the path that's blocked. Okay, so I guess... Okay, so I guess the first step you want to do is you want to reach the antechamber, get the basement key, open this door. Because it counts as part of the foundation, it's probably open forever. So it's like a permanent unlock. Then from there, as long as you have the foundation, you can always come down here and access the reservoir and all this stuff. So you want to do the foundation and the basement first. Then once you always have access to this place, you'll get to open the way to the 46 room every day. So there you have the cliffs. And it also connects you to the cliffside exit. So you can just go straight from the cliffside outside, like the elevator, to the basement. Then you can come up from the foundation without having to drive the first few rooms. Okay, okay. It's all making sense. There's the torch chamber. It also says fountain entrance. So there's an entrance in the fountain? But that one was flooded. So if we can take the water out. Oh, there's water because of the fountain. So if we take all the water out of the fountain in the pump room, then potentially you can go down the fountain into... Okay, so there's like multiple entrances, I think. Tomb entrance, that's the one we used. Torch chamber. Yeah, that's that weird room with the torches. Rotating gear, that's where we are. And then to north lever. And what is this? Buried floor plan, where is it? Where's number 10? There's a floor plan buried somewhere? I'm looking for a little 10 somewhere. Where's the 10? Oh, there it is. Right there? 10. Wow, you really can't see that unless you have the magnifying glass. That's where it is, 10. So there's a buried floor plan. Okay. Oh. Mechanarium has one door for each gear room in your house. A secret floor plan, yes. Nice. And I can't pick that up or that. Still, that's very useful. I guess I've seen everything that's here for now. We've opened the path. So I don't know if I have enough steps to go back to the pump room. Take the water out of the fountain. I would also want to take the water out of the reservoir, because then I could go down the staircases to the outside. Okay, now I know what this place is. Now that I have the map of the underground, I get how they all kind of connect. Very interesting. So this path... So this leads into the basement. This door. This leads to the basement. And then... the door on the other side that leads to the fountain. And then this, yeah, leads back here. And I can't get past that. I guess if I was to pull it, you can just use this room to get around. So now I don't need this there anymore. I can just pull it back. But I need to do so from the other side. So I need to take the boat again. And then there's also a way to get down there. If I empty the whole reservoir, this is gonna be such a nightmare, dude. I hate the pump room. But I guess we're gonna have to do it. Okay, so if I was to empty the water from here, then there's potentially a path in the fountain. But you can't do both. It needs to be one or the other. Well, I'm gonna push the thing back. And this is that... the torch room. I need a way to make fire, though, for that. And then you can push this. Because now there's a path to go around. So it's not going to block me anymore. Because I can just do this and go around. Unless this door closes back. Actually, I can't go around unless this thing is rotated the right way. So then maybe it would be better to keep it pushed. Just making extra sure I don't have access to any of this. Maybe I should keep it pushed then. Okay, so a lot has added itself to our plate that we need to do. Oh, look at all this gold. Hey, thanks for all that. There's definitely a lot left to do in the game. I guess my first thing I should aim to accomplish is getting to the basement, because that might open like a permanent path. And then emptying the reservoir, emptying the fountain. I guess you can like... I think it's the coins that I threw in there. That's what's ringing. Need to figure out the chest thing also. Okay, I have 27 steps. Should I... Let's go back to the pump room while we have access to it. But I might run out of steps. It's very likely I'll run out of steps, but let's try. We have the running shoes, so you never know. Oh, I have 33 coins now. Not quite enough for the curse. Sadly. If only there was a path there. But no, I have to go all the way around. Even if we can't make it back outside, I could at least adjust the fountain, and then tomorrow I could, you know, go in there. So, emptying the fountain, how would you do that? Because it's huge. There's so much water in there. How do you empty it? Ready for more of this nightmare contraption? Okay, it's emptying, it's emptying. Now send some water there. Now the reservoir is back to being full. Do the same in the kitchen. Can you? Yeah, okay. Now, take out some more. Okay, now it's emptying, it's emptying. Good. But then I won't have anywhere to send this, all this water. Okay, let's open this one. Let's fill out this one. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Hey, that was easier than I thought. Now the fountain is empty. So I could do the same thing with the reservoir, but the reservoir has 2 more things of water. So like, where would you send all this? I guess it's possible if you fill the fountain and then keep some of the water in here. Now, can I make it back outside? You don't want to empty the reservoir until you have access to the other side. Let me see if I can make it. If I can make it to the foundation and then down... Oh, actually, you know what? This might be faster. Get the passageway so I can go down through the foundation. Right, no, this is not a door. This is not a door. I'm stupid. It doesn't take you back. I just wasted steps. Shit. I probably won't make it. Probably won't make it. Unless my running shoes are very generous. Which they don't seem to be. Oh, maybe? Maybe? Aha! Now it's open. Is that all the coins? Oh, it's all the coins. But are they still gonna be there tomorrow? If I pick them up now, I won't get to go and spend them. Well, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might make it to the bookshop, but I assume they're still gonna be there tomorrow. See, I knew it. I knew all these coins were gonna be, like, I was gonna be able to find them at some point. Okay, so this takes you here. The basement door. Oh, it takes you to the basement. Wait. Wait, why is this the basement key? I thought it should take me to the reservoir. It doesn't take you to the basement. Why do you need a key for this? It should just take me to the reservoir. Ah, shit, I need the basement key. Damn it. Okay. Do I have enough steps? Let's see, it's gonna take 1 step. 2, 3, 4, 5. I might make it to the bookstore with the money. I needed 40, right? 40 for the book. It's kind of risky though. Okay, this didn't count. Can I make it to the bookstore? Ooh, my running shoes are being generous. I just need to make it to the bookshop. 1, 2, 3. Yes. The Curse of Black Bridge. Yeah. All right. So we have one more drafting strategy book to read. We have Realm and Rune to read, and we have the Curse of Black Bridge to read. All of which might give us some information. They sound more like just lore, but you never know. And that's pretty much it. Can't really get anywhere else. So that's a wrap. So you need the basement key for a bunch of stuff. Oh. But then you think there would be like a permanent thing, right? If I could find the basement key, make it all the way outside, and then open the path in the fountain. But it also means I won't get to redistribute the water in the fountain until I've opened it. Like, I'm not sure in which order I should do all these things. Like, should I empty the reservoir first, or should I just try and open the door in the fountain first? Basically, I just need to make it to the antechamber, get the basement key, somehow make it all the way outside, open that path, and then... Because you want to somehow open a shortcut to that room that opens the top path here. See, last time my impression was that as soon as you open the basement, that's somehow where the 46th room is, but now we know it's actually at the very top. But it's going to be pretty complicated to get there. I'm glad I was right about finding the coins in the fountain eventually. So every time I dropped a coin in the fountain, I was kind of like investing in a future moment, which was here where I get to buy the book, so that's cool. So it was kind of a productive day, even though we didn't really see all that much. Well, we did see a lot of new stuff, I guess. I am learning more and more, and I do feel like I'm getting closer to reaching the end of the game, so it was a productive session overall. I will say the game is growing on me. Like, I'm looking forward to being able to solve all these things. I still find it a bit frustrating that your puzzle solving is slowed down by all the RNG, but the drafting mechanic is also kind of growing on me. Like, it's pretty fun to try and strategize your way around the house. It's frustrating when it doesn't go your way, but that's just the price of, RNG. It is going to be a much longer playthrough than I initially anticipated, that's for sure, but I'm still along for the ride. I think it's definitely going to be very satisfying once we finally get to reach the ending, and if by then I haven't solved every mystery, then I might continue to play the game like on stream. That might be pretty fun. But that's going to be it for me today. As always, I want to say a big thank you for having joined me. A big thank you to my patrons for their support. Don't forget that my patrons get a full week of early access on the video, so they're already watching the next Blueprints episode right now. But for everyone else, you only have a few more days to wait until the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. I had fun playing this. I hope you had fun watching it. And I will see you in the next episode for even more Blueprints. À la prochaine.